These guys wanted to stress me, but they learned to be obedient the hard way. On my farm, there are no installed drinkers where the pigs will go to drink the water by themselves when they are thirsty. Initially, I used to create a drinking space in the rooms in a square form, but as typical of these guys, they go there and poop inside and even urinate inside, and later refuse to drink the contaminated water. What this means is that I have to go back and supply fresh water to them manually. How long can I keep doing this? I used to go to the stream side to carry water on a bicycle for these guys, but they never had any pity for me. Each day, I had to carry, on average, 3 of the 24-liter containers. I saw the workload and decided to create a space where I can fit an open container very tight in there. Tight in the sense that they cannot even remove them from the space. I constructed the spaces in 4 rooms to test the innovation here. You know what? It worked perfectly for 3 rooms with 21 grower pigs. But there were pigs kept in one of the rooms that never understood why the container should be left in peace. They found a way to remove the container and dragged it around in the room, making unnecessary noise, thereby disturbing the other pigs on the farm. So they ended up taking me back to the old way of giving the water. I started monitoring these 2 guys to be sure of the one that always took the first step in removing the container. Their sense of smell was so good to them that they always perceived my presence and quickly stopped their bad behavior. As it is said, one day for the thief and another for the house owner. I caught them unaware one afternoon when the rains were drizzling. This time round, the sound from the rains coupled with the blowing wind, they couldn't smell me again. The 2 pigs were a male and a female growers. And guess who the culprit was? You're right, it was the male. That was my first time disciplining a pig on the farm. I always showed the canes to them but never used them. But today, I will beat the hell out of you, I said to the other pigs. I made sure the gate to their rooms was locked firmly. I went out there and got myself 2 correct canes, entered and started to let the culprit do the counting by himself, while I flogged him like a private school teacher would flog a class 3 student. In fact, just like how they flogged people that broke taboos in the past. He tried to escape, but there was no way. The man of the house now running and hiding behind the female, hoping I would switch to the female. For the number of strokes, I believe he got it right. He counted up to 13 strong slashes on her skin. My old woman heard the unusual noise and decided to see what was happening. There she found the flogging master in the midst of the pigs in a merry-go-round state. I thought he was not going to eat after supplying them with the feed so that the female would enjoy it all alone for being an obedient buddy on the farm. But this male went back and joined in the competition and emerged first. Did I get the outcome I was looking from him? Maybe no. Anytime he saw me enter the room, he ran to hide behind the female. And this continued for a number of days until he became used to me again. But the good news is that the container is now allowed to stay in whatever position I choose to place it. Next time, don't take the pig farmer's pretense for non-observance. So as it happened that way, now, after supplying the feed to them in the morning, I only fill the containers and leave the farm. With this, I just come back in the evening and give the water. And this is how I've been able to save myself the stress I was going through each time. I usually used to give them the water 5 times in a day. So with this one, I just go there twice. That is when I'm going to do the cleaning in the morning. I fill the container. And after that, the evening cleaning too, I empty it and fill the container again for them for the night. And it's been helping me to reduce the workload now. This didn't entirely reduce the workload because the containers were a bit bigger in size compared to the size of some of the winner pigs I have on the farm. So with this state of the container, the winner pigs get into the container in the afternoon time and then start to bath themselves inside the container. And you know what that means? It means after making it dirty, they don't like the water again. Okay, so that is also another challenge I am facing here. They enter the container, bath, and scatter the whole place with water, such that they can roll on it and keep themselves cold in hot afternoon, which is another challenge. I have to find a way to fight it. The problem I encountered initially when I used the concrete drinker, like the one I constructed with the cement and some blocks in the pen, was that it was very difficult to do the cleaning. That is, you can't entirely empty the drinker if the water is dirty. Once you finish cleaning, there will still be some sort of dirt inside the water. so making the cleaning very difficult when you cannot empty the entire water from it. But with this container, I can remove it, go clean everything inside it, and maybe disinfect before I reinstall it into the pen, making it neat and clean all the time for them. But with the concrete drinker, which I constructed with the cement, I wasn't able to clean it that way. And it's always like there will be some sort of dirt or dirty water already inside before I top it up with a fresh one. That I didn't like. That was why I also changed the concrete drinkers.